Hello, welcome to News Roundup, where we bring you highlights and key stories. I am Dominion Adeonju. First, the headlines. Federal government delays implementation of fuel surcharge. Kogi government condemns security breaches, applauds rescue of kidnapped victims. Christian Eriksen joins Wolfsburg on free transfer. Now the news in details. In a major development in Nigeria's fiscal policy, the federal government has announced a delay in the implementation of a new tax law that would have introduced a 5% fuel surcharge until January 2026. A statement by the Ministry of Finance confirmed that the policy has been postponed until January 2026, citing the need to ease economic pressure on households and allow for wider public engagement. The move follows growing concern that the 5% tax on fuel would significantly worsen the already rising cost of living for millions of Nigerians. The controversial surcharge was introduced under the government's 2024 Finance Act aimed at boosting revenue through broader taxation. However, critics argued that another increase in fuel-related costs would place unbearable burden on citizens, particularly in a time of high inflation, food insecurity, and ongoing power supply issues. Nigerians across the country have welcomed the decision, though many remain skeptical about what happens next. While the delay may offer short-term relief, economists warn that the underlying revenue shortfalls remain unresolved. The government, they say, will need to balance its fiscal goals with the growing economic hardship faced by ordinary Nigerians. Moving on, the Kogi state government has condemned a series of security breaches that occurred in the state on Wednesday, which included a deadly attack on security personnel in Yaba West local government area and a kidnapping incident along the Lokoja-Obajana road. Tosin Toluwaluju has the report.
In a statement signed by the Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fowle, the government confirmed that some police officers lost their lives in Yagba West attack, describing them as gallant officers and patriots who made ultimate sacrifices in line of duty and service to the nation. Meanwhile, the state government expressed relief following the successful rescue of 17 bus passengers who were abducted earlier on Wednesday. According to the statement, a joint operation by the Nigerian Army and local hunters led to the safe recovery of all the kidnapped individuals. It says the victims have since been taken to medical facilities for proper care and examination. The statement noted that Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo, in response to the incidents, reaffirmed commitment to intensifying the fight against crime and ensuring the safety of residents across Kogi State. The governor also ordered the deployment of security personnel and equipment to strategic locations to prevent further breaches and restore calm. The government extends condolences to families of the slain officers and called on security agencies to launch a thorough investigation into the attacks to bring the perpetrators to justice. The state government urged citizens to support efforts to keep the state safe and secured by providing timely and useful information to security agencies. Tosin Toluwaluju reporting for Lugard TV.
In what many residents are calling a historic milestone, the Kogi state government has officially flagged off the construction of the longer-awaited 23-kilometer Iyale or Dolu Oganenugu Road in Dekina local government area. The project, which falls under the Rural Access and Agricultural Marketing Project RAMP, is being handled by the Ministry of Energy and Rural Development. Speaking during the site's handover at Odolefu, State RAMP Coordinator Engineer Shaidu Obansa, represented by Engineer Abdulbasit Energy, commended Governor Ahmed Usman Ododo for placing rural development at the forefront of his administration's agenda. He noted that the new road would drastically improve access for farmers and traders across 11 benefiting communities while boosting local commerce and agricultural outputs. A representative of Swalis Nigeria Limited, the project contractor, confirmed that surveying and tracking have been completed, with full-scale construction now underway. Thousands of jubilant residents gathered for the flag-off ceremony, expressing hope that years of isolation and hardship would soon be over. The Gago of Oganenugu Ward, Chief Idakoji Ugbabo, described the road's poor condition as a major cause of post-harvest losses, adding that the new project is a long overdue lifeline. Also speaking, Dr. Ocholi Abdurrahman and the SSC to the Governor on Grassroots Mobilization, Honorable Abubakar Nuhu, praised Governor Ododo and former Governor Yahya Bello for their commitment to infrastructural development in Kogi's rural heartlands. With construction now in motion, residents of Dekina local government area look forward to a future of greater connectivity, commerce and opportunity. The news roundup is coming to you on Lugard TV. We'll be back shortly. Stay with us.
Welcome to Lugard TV website. Discover stories shaping our world. From exclusive interviews to in-depth analysis and special reports. Politics, sports, entertainment, and so much more. Stay informed, stay ahead. Visit www.lugardtv.com, your gateway to the world.
When the world changes by the hour, you need a news that keeps pace.
Hello and welcome to News on Lugard TV.
From local stories that matter to national events shaping our future. This is the pulse of the people, the truth unveiled, the headlines that define today. Join us every weekday for News Hour, only on Lugard TV. Welcome back. The Kogi State Electricity Regulatory Commission (KERC) has reaffirmed commitment to ensuring reliable, affordable, and sustainable electricity tariffs for residents of the state. Victoria Stephen has more.
This assurance was given at a stakeholders' engagement held in Lugard on the process of establishing electricity tariffs by the Commission. Chairman of the Commission, Engineer Ibrahim Abdulwaris, emphasized that the new tariff framework would be rooted in fairness, transparency, and socio-economic realities.
The electricity market has been handed over to us. Then how would we ensure that the Kogi State citizens get the value for their money? On that note, we came together and assumed that there's need for us to come together and define a tariff methodology that can bring to the fore of every Kogi citizens who are residents and who are doing businesses in the state to have a feel of what is affordable, reliable, and cost-reflective that will benefit every consumer of electricity and equally beneficial to electricity providers in the state.
He stressed that the process is people-centered to meet the needs of both urban and rural communities. Commissioner for Rural and Energy Development, Engineer Mohammed Abdul Muttalib, represented by Engineer Daniel Unimisi, reiterated the focus of the state government on rural electrification and economic development, describing the meeting as a testament to a collective resolve to light up every corner of Kogi State. Also speaking, Commissioner for Information and Communications, Kingsley Fowle, urged collaboration between stakeholders and the Commission, noting that trust is vital for progress in the power sector.
I urge all our people to participate with open-mindedness. I also want us to reflect on the challenges that we both face. When I say we, the supplier and the end users of power. We need to be very open in our conversations and bring in place believability in our relationship. And that is why the Regulatory Commission will be doing a lot to be able to earn the trust of those who supply and also earn the trust of those who demand.
Representative of the Nigerian Electricity Regulatory Commission, Mr. Friday Sule, commended Kogi's efforts and urged stakeholders to participate actively in shaping a responsive tariff system. Acting Managing Director of Kogi Electricity Distribution Limited, Mr. Oluseni Augustine, praised Commission's initiatives but raised concerns over energy theft, which he said has cost the company 1.5 billion naira in revenue losses. Stakeholders at the event raised issues including illegal disconnections, inconsistent unit pricing, lack of widespread metering, and the need for better consumer education on rights and electricity band classifications. I am Victoria Stephen, Lugard TV News.
Moving on, the Kogi State Livestock Productivity and Resilience Support Project, Kogi Press, with support from the World Bank, has commenced a series of capacity building workshops and stakeholder sensitization and antimicrobial resistance across the state. The training brings together livestock farmers, veterinary doctors, physicians, and environmental health professionals to address the dangers of drug misuse, overprescription, and self-medication in both humans and animals. Declaring the program open in Lokoja, the state coordinator of Kogi Press, Abdul Kabir Otaru, says the initiative is focusing not just on food production and food security, but more on food safety. He explained that the program adopts the One Health approach, linking human health, animal health, and environmental practice to ensure the safety of food consumption.
Over time, we discovered that as a result of knowledge gap, our farmers that are into this practice use those drugs indiscriminately, without adequate knowledge and the withdrawal process. So we did meet feed at a project under our One Health approach to see how we can engage the key stakeholders, taking it from the farmers, the cattle farmers, the livestock, the poultry farmers, those that are also in sheep and goat, those that are into aquaculture, to further educate them, inform them, and also build their capacity on how safe it is to use these antibiotics and other related drugs. Now, we are not just talking about food production. We are not talking about food security alone. We are looking out for food safety.
The training, which will also hold in Kaba, Okenia, and Ingba, is expected to directly reach about 400 participants, while more than 2,500 farmers will benefit indirectly through community-level sensitization. The Commissioner for Health, Dr. Abdulaziz Adams, represented by the state epidemiologist, Dr. Austin Ojotili, assured that the ministry will continue to partner with stakeholders to tackle antimicrobial resistance and ensure that the impact of the training is felt at the grassroots. Also speaking, a public health expert, Dr. Yakubu Agod, stressed the importance of diagnostic tests before antibiotic use, warning that indiscriminate drug use undermines food safety and public health. Stakeholders at the event pledged continued collaboration to reduce antimicrobial resistance across the state. In international football news, there has been a major midfield move in the Bundesliga as Danish international Christian Eriksen has officially joined German side Wolfsburg on a free transfer until 2027. The 33-year-old playmaker, known for his elegance and vision, had been a free agent since his Manchester United contract expired earlier this summer. This marks Eriksen's third club since his remarkable return to football after suffering a cardiac arrest during Euro 2021. With 144 caps and 46 goals for Denmark, Eriksen joins a growing Danish contingent at Wolfsburg. From Ajax to Spurs, Milan to Manchester, the playmaker heads to Wolfsburg as his next chapter in club football begins. We'll keep you updated on Eriksen's journey in Bundesliga right here on Lugard TV. And that's it on this week's episode of News Roundup. Until next week, I am Dominion Adeonjo. Thank you for staying with us.